What's up YouTube? This is James and I'm back today with another 21 Pilots reaction. This one is going to be car radio. I know this is taking it back, but I was told that in order to truly understand all the mythology and everything and all the concepts that are going on in their music, that I should probably just go back and start at the beginning. And it's a good song anyways, is what I'm told. Good meaning, so yeah, I'm here for it, to learn more about 21 Pilots and just to enjoy good music. So that's where we're at here. If you haven't seen my other 21 Pilot videos, you can check out the playlist and see my reactions to those. With that said, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into 21 Pilots Car Radio.
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today.
Alright, I know I shouldn't be probably thinking about this, but he mentioned his lungs and fire, and I know in some of the other songs that I reacted to, I think it was Levitate. He was talking, I think it was Levitate. He was talking about he learned to breathe fire when he was younger. I wonder if that is tied together.
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence. Sometimes quiet is violent. I find it hard to hide it. My pride is no longer inside. It's on my sleeve, my skin will scream, reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no...
So he said, sometimes my skin will scream. I wonder if, I think he's talking about the fact that his car radio is gone, therefore he's sitting in silence, therefore he's alone with his own thoughts. His own thoughts are making his skin crawl, or scream in his terms. So, you know, sometimes when you have certain thoughts or when you think about things, your skin crawls, or you know, it's just a saying. But it sounds like that the car radio was distracting him from his thoughts, and now that he has silence, he's realizing, I don't know, I guess he's not okay with some of the thoughts that he has because he's not distracted. Let's go back a little bit.
I find it hard to hide it. My pride is no longer inside. It's on my sleeve, my skin will scream, reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no...
Reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. His skin will scream, reminding him of who he killed inside his dream. That's actually kind of funny. I at one point went to therapy and had a long-term relationship with a girl, like 9 years, and we ended it, but you know, it was a tough breakup. But the therapist basically said that I needed to hate her. I needed to hate that person, and until I started to actually hate that person, then you know, I wouldn't be able to get past it. And I had a dream, and in my dream I killed her. And it's crazy because, you know, I told him about that, and he was like, good, that's great. And then funny enough, crazy enough, it actually started to make things better, whether that was it or not, you know. But I don't think that's what he's talking about here. I think he's talking about possibly his burdens, or a different, you know, a person that's inside of him that, you know, he's killed. But yeah, let's keep going.
Reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no hiding for me. I'm forced to deal with...
I hate this car I'm driving. I don't think he's talking about an actual car. Like, he hates, I guess, maybe his life that he's driving. He hates where he's going in life. Man, there's a lot packed into this already. I paused it at 48 seconds in, but yeah, I think that he's talking about like it's all a metaphor, you know. Maybe his car radio was really stolen, and you know all this really happened, but basically, the silence that he's sitting in is making him think about all these things, and he hates the car that he's driving, which is his life, you know, and the direction he's going in life.
Inside my dream, I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no hiding for me. I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what is real.
Ooh. I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what I feel. So yeah, like the music is stopped, and his mind is has to focus on his thoughts. Have you ever like done that? Like got in the car and driven home and realized that you didn't turn the radio on, or you know, usually you jam out or something, but I don't know if something's bothering you or whatever, and you realize you pull up and you've been sitting there in complete silence the entire time. Let me know if you've ever done that. I've done it, and yeah, I mean it's crazy sometimes. It could be helpful. It could be definitely mind-numbingly crazy at the same time.
I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what is real. I could pull the steering wheel. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought, cause somebody stole my car radio.
So he said I could pull the steering wheel. Basically, I think saying that he could wreck the car, but he chooses not to. He has the ability to do that if he wants to. I guess that would stop the thoughts. I'm not really sure if there's more to that line or not, but it's just kind of, for me, to take it on face value. Like I could if I wanted to.
Distraction to mask what is real. I could pull the steering wheel. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought, cause somebody stole my car radio, and now I just sit in silence.
So why is he shaving his head? We may end up finding out, but I know a lot of times people do that like as a way of like starting over or you know, reinventing yourself or something like that. But in case they don't say why is he doing that?
Ponder of something terrifying, cause this time there's no sound to hide behind. To find over the course of...
Didn't he say at the beginning of the song, I ponder of something great? This time he said, I ponder of something terrifying. Because there's no sound to hide behind. So yeah, getting a little further into the silence thing and being with your own thoughts. What do you think about that? Are you okay with being with your own thoughts? I think I've asked that before. Sitting in silence, you know, like at your house, do you need a distraction or music or something? Just curious.
I ponder of something terrifying, cause this time there's no sound to hide behind. To find over the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling fear. Oh dear, I don't know if we know why we're here. Oh my, too deep, please stop thinking.
One thing that is consistent, basically paraphrasing, is that we're all battling fear. So that every human is battling fear, which facts.
And it's that we're all battling fear. Oh dear, the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling fear. Oh dear, I don't know if we know why we're here. Oh my, too deep, please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car had sound. There were things.
Am I too deep? Please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car had sound. So he liked it better when he had a distraction. He's thinking too much and getting too deep into his thoughts. There's probably more to it, but that's just kind of where I'm at with it right now.
Oh, why we here? Oh my, too deep, please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car had sound. There are things we can do, but from the things that work there are only two. And from the two that we choose to do, peace will win and fear will lose. There's faith and there's sleep. We need to pick one, please, because faith is to be awake, and to be awake is for us to think.
So he said there's faith and there's sleep. Is he talking about faith as in religion, or just faith as in being like, I don't know, having something to look forward to? And then there's sleep. Is that literal sleep or death? Like, is it being alive and being dead?
Need to pick one, please, because faith is to be awake, and to be awake is for us to think, and for us to think is to be alive. And I will try with every rhyme to come across like I am dying to let you know you need to try to think. I have these
So to think is to be alive, and I'll try my best to know that you need to think. Man, that's deep right there. Thinking is being alive. Could mean a lot of different things. Obviously, it can mean that literally, if you're alive, you're thinking, and you have thoughts. It could be that people who have, more, I guess, artistic or imaginations, and that are thinking, are more alive, more can change things. I'm probably using the wrong words there, but the more thought you put into things, the more thoughtful you are, the more alive you could be. I had another thought but I lost it. So let me go back a little bit.
come across like I am dying to let you know you need to try to think. I have these thoughts.
So you need to think to be alive. It's kind of a mind twist right there. Just trying to think about this before I go further into the song, because man, that line hits. You need to think to be alive. Because if you're not alive, then you're asleep, and if you're not asleep, then you have faith. If you have faith, you're alive, and if you're alive, you're thinking. So you need to think. So in order to think or be alive, you need to continue thinking and changing and having thoughts. I don't know. Okay, I'm mumbling and rumbling now. I'm blathering, but I'm just gonna run back.
To think, and for us to think is to be alive, and I will try with every rhyme to come across like I am dying to let you know you need to try to think. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought, cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
Is that symbolizing maybe those people aren't thinking and are just kind of numb, and therefore they're not alive? That's why they're just kind of like staring off into space? Or am I reading too much into this? I want to do that. Again, this has like an electronic feel to it, which I like EDM. I'm a fan. And I like the way they incorporate all these different pieces of other genres into their music. Obviously, he raps a lot and does like hip hop stuff. This is more like kind of like almost an EDM, like build up and sounds to it, which is dope. And it sounds like he's getting ready to get a little heavy right now. But like this song also doesn't fit the structure of a normal song, which is what he sang or rapped about, which again I think was Levitate, about how doesn't want stuff to be normal or fit like the 8 beat or whatever, and this definitely doesn't. So that's dope. His hair's back. Does that mean something? Help me out in the comments.
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
So I wonder if I replace this slot with something I once bought, has more of a meaning than I'm thinking about as well. Other than, just like a car radio, what else would it be replacing it with? Something that gets rid of the silence. But I guess I could go back to faith. I think it all ties together. Let's do it and run it out. I think it's probably done. Yeah. All right, so that was 21 Pilots Car Radio, the official video, another good one. I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked the song just in general. If I was a casual listener, I could dig it. I like the build up and the kind of towards the end of the song. I like what he was singing about, kind of rapping about. But on a deeper side of it, I think the meaning is definitely there, and definitely about when you're sitting with your own thoughts and the thoughts that creep in. They could be bad thoughts. Being able to beat those. It's kind of like the pulling of the steering wheel thing, saying he could do this, but he's not going to. So being able to get past that stuff, and when you don't have distractions, which is the music from his radio, from your own thoughts, I guess kind of what do you do? Help me out in the comments, because I know I'm missing something here. Probably it's a little more in depth with the meaning, especially when it comes to the thinking and the being alive, because it's almost like he wants his thoughts drowned out by the sound, but then at the same time he's saying, I would die to make everyone feel alive by thinking, if I remember correctly. So it's almost like he's conflicted, or maybe I'm just hearing it wrong. But let me know in the comments what's going on, if I'm even close to what the meaning of the song is. If I'm way off, whatever, just fill me in, and especially on the parts that I was not 100% on, and any of those questions that I asked throughout the video. And be sure to hit me up with more 21 Pilot suggestions for other songs. And trying to think think if there was anything else at this time. I don't think so. So I appreciate you watching. Be sure and like. Be sure and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so that you'll get notified of new videos. And until next time, guys, be safe and deuces.